Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So excited, y'all. These last couple of days, I've really been liking the way my makeup's turned out. And I've been thinking, why? My skin's not changed, my skincare's the same. So, what is different? I'm using the same brushes, I'm even using the same products that I've once used. But I think what it is that we, me, jump around so much, right? That we forget A, what looked good, or B, certain brands are just known for certain things. And they're good at it. They're great at it, right? So, with that said, let's start. So, for foundation, I love my Lancome's. I don't know what it's called. Hold on. The Care and Glow. I love this foundation. I would just say normal skin, to be fair. I'm not sensitive by no means. I can get dry if I do too much. I can get oily if I don't do enough. So I'm going to consider that normal. Might be the only thing normal about me. With that said, I like this foundation. But I also know summer may not be the best time for it unless there's a lot of powder. If you add a lot of powder, then you're going to look cakey, you're going to look older. It just emphasizes everything. It is what it is, right? And I was like, okay. So then what's my next favorite, right? And generally I would say the La Mer, my NARS Sheer Glow. I mean, the Clinique. There's a lot, right? But I noticed this one, whether it is spring, summer, fall, winter, this is my favorite. And it kills me. Pains me. It doesn't kill me, but it pains me to know I can't get it no more. But I've been wearing this, and every day I like the way it looks. It's the Uma by Sharon C. So what does that tell me? I gotta find something that matches that. That's what that tells me. A, I gotta find the color, because the color's perfect. I need to find the formula as close as possible, because it's perfect. And that's that. Then I was thinking, okay, concealers. I like the Givenchy Libre Prism Libre concealer. I like my Natasha Denona Dior. I do. Those are one of my top favorites. But today, I tried this. It is the Creaseless Concealer by Tarte. Everything creases, first off. Don't believe this. Alright. But this consistency of this is so nice for my under eyes. I would say that they're not sensitive. What would I say these are? They're not drying, but they're drier than the rest of my face. And there's lots of creases. Lots of them. So, but the way this lays is so nice, as in it just feels creamy. And it's got pretty good coverage, even though I do use 9 out of 10 my Sigma corrector under my eyes. I just really been liking this too. So I have it in 33N. The Natasha Denona powder to set with around the perimeter of my face, my cheeks, and perimeter. Yeah, it's become one of my favorites. Now, for T-zone and under the eyes, I would have to go with, which that is what I'm using today, is the Natasha Denona. Sometimes it could be the Lunar Beauty, the Peach Perfect by Too Faced, but you can't get it no more. But 9 out of 10, it's going to be the Prism Libre. In number 3, I think. Is it 3 or 2? 2. Satin Blanc. I mean, it's just so nice. It really is. That's all I can say, is it's nice. I would suggest buying the smaller version of it. I know they have reformulated, so I can't say anything to that. Again, I suggest buy the smaller versions of anything if you can, just to test it. For bronzers, we all know Marc Jacobs love it, can't get it. Pat McGrath bronzers love it. The YSL is growing on me. My favorite, Armani. It is what it is. It is my favorite, but did y'all know? I forgot about my horseshoe one. This one was in ColourPop bankroll in the I forget what this was in. It was like the Wild West or something like that. It's a pink palette. I know that. Anywho, I love the blushes that came with this and this bronzer. It's the perfect tone. It blends beautifully. It builds. It again. It for an affordable brand. You couldn't tell me this was affordable. It's nice, and not all of them are the same. Okay, again with that, because I own this, just says bronzer. Okay, I use this. I like this. It's fine, but this is not the same formula as this. It's just not. You can't convince me because it doesn't lay the same. And again, I know color could play a part, but the formula itself is not the same. If I swatch it, it feels different. All right, then let's go to blushes and highlighters even. So the other day I used my Charlotte Tilbury, right? And I think that is one thing Charlotte Tilbury does really well, in my opinion, is complexion. Whether it is a cream, a liquid, a powder, whatever. I think between that and lip liners, lipsticks even, some of them, perfect. She nails it. And I adore this palette in particular. It is the Beautifying Face Palette in Pillow Talk Fair Medium. I mean, it's just, it gives me what I need. Not everything I need. Well, the highlighter is. Because I'm either going with a champagne or like a weighty gold type highlighter or a pinky toned highlighter. It comes with a pinky blush or like a mauve maybe. I don't really know. Anyway, I am wearing this and this today, this top row on my cheeks. And I can't tell you how easy it is to use her highlighters and her blushes. And it's effortless. I mean, it's like tap, tap, blend, done. Really, I think you could go tap, 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 and be done. I don't even think you have to blend. It kind of blends itself, but who am I to say? I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just saying. Including these. These are easy to use. These little things here. I have it in. Now, I've not tried the contours that I need to. But I have the Beautifying Wand in Spotlight, which I love for highlighter. And then Pinkasm, I believe, is what this one is. Yes. And I like this as a blush. I prefer a satin to a matte blush, but, you know, sometimes I don't mind a little bit of glow. I have to be in the mood for it, though. Just so you know. Now, lips. Let's talk about these lips. Because, y'all, through the years, makeup has definitely changed. And I can only talk about maybe the last 5 to 6 years, right? I've not been in the game long. And back in high school, I couldn't even tell you what makeup was like because that was so long ago. I'm not going to lie. But in the time that I have been here, let's talk about liquid lipsticks. I do feel there's a purpose in them. I think they suck. But I think that there is a purpose. But I gotta tell you, the Kylie Cosmetics, their lipsticks have got to be the most life-sucking, drying, desert type of liquid lipstick. However, they don't budge. They don't move. They don't transfer. They wear fairly good. But oh Lord, does it make me look like the Crypt Keeper. But on the flip side, prettiest of colors. Kristen is probably my favorite. I don't know why. But here we are. But it's so drying. So today I put it on. And again, my lips shriveled up. Now, mind you, I had used my usual Sigma uh, lip thing, when I do my makeup. But this time I decided to put this one, the Sigma lip gloss. And I do not know the shade of this. I can't read this, I'm not going to lie, but it looks like this. And I put it on top of that. And did it ever make a difference? My lips feel so much better. It's wearing well. I mean, it's going to transfer at this point now, but it's still wearing very well. I've had this one for about an hour now, give or take. And I've been talking a lot, just sitting here. And it's wearing well. No issues. That I can see. Now, let's go into the palette for the day. I know I was rambling about a bunch of nothing. I just wanted to give you my thoughts lately because I've really been liking the way my makeup's been turning out. And I do think that it has something to be said about not necessarily the best of the best, but kinda. Like, I don't... Here's the thing, when I think of blushes I like, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, Charlotte Tilbury's up there, but that palette's not one of the things I grab for. And I wonder why that is. Because I know it's gonna turn out pretty, but I don't grab for it. Make that make sense. I don't know. And not to say it's not the best of the best, because I really do like that palette, but I don't grab for it often. But on today's eye look, I had to grab the palette. Y'all, I wasn't going to, but I had to. I've been wanting to play with this palette so bad again. And it's the Too Faced. The Happily in Love. Look, is this anything special? Yes. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's pretty. It's so cute. The smell. It just smells like fall. You know what I mean? The colors, the names. It's just giving me everything. Now, is this the best formula I've ever used in my entire life? No. But, does it put a smile on my face? Yes. So sometimes I'm like, is the smile worth more than, say, the best eyeshadow? You know what I mean? Because say I grab a palette with the best eyeshadow, and I'm trying to think of one. Like, I love Natasha Denona's eyeshadow formula. I think it's great. I really do. But is it even the best that's out on the market? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But is it good? Do I love it with all my heart? And will I buy every palette that she ever launches? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. But I'm just saying. So let's get into the palette. The first shade we're going to go into is Core Values. The smell of this, y'all. And I know I just played with a Too Faced palette yesterday. But after playing with that one, I knew I needed to play with this one again. It is what it is. I adore this palette, and it has been a while since I've adored one of these palettes like this. Like the whole thing, the theming. I love apples anyway. My kitchen's done in apples. So like it just hits all the nails for me. Okay? Just close up the box now and be done at this point. The smell, the color story, the packaging, it's all just everything I've ever wanted it to be, and they gave me it, you know? It's fun, but yet everyday, easy to use, beginner friendly, yet a makeup artist could do so many things with it. Like, it's just perfect. There you go. It is just perfect. Okay? Like, they did a very, very good job. And I am so happy that they did this. So, so, so happy. So happy. Okay. I haven't found a job yet, although I did get a call today, so I'm kind of curious on what that's about. We're going to go into So Snackable, this color right here. I'm still looking. Fingers are crossed. When one door closes, another opens. So I keep telling myself. And I know that, like I said, there's a lot against me. I haven't worked a conventional job in a long time, you know? And I hate that. Like, I wish things would change in the world of motherhood in a way. And I guess in a way it slowly has. But you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with mothers that stay at home and then later in life want to work, you know? But when you're out of work all that time, people just don't want to take a chance on you for some reason. Even though, I guess because I am a mom and I know how hard it is, that would be the first person I'd hire. I kid you not. Somebody came in and told me they were a mom, and they've been a mom at home for 18 years even. You know what I mean? Till their kids were grown. I'd be like, are they grown? Are you wanting to work? How many hours? Well, let's go. Like, girl, I know you got this. If you raised your kids, you can work in this, you know? You can easily be a cashier type of thing, you know? Because we gotta do problem solving, cook, clean, like we gotta be everything all at one time, all the time. But anyway, yeah. So I think that I'm assuming that's what's playing against me. I could be wrong. That's the other thing with jobs. I think, you know, it's like, why don't you tell people why you're not hiring them? I guess maybe because of legal issues. Because, you know, that way they can, I mean, to me though, it's so they can work on themselves. You know, maybe you didn't do well with the interview, or maybe you do need more experience. I don't know how you're supposed to get experience if you can't get a job, but you know what I mean. We're going to take So Snackable and run it under the lower lash line. But you get my point to this. You're right. So I'm still looking as far as that goes, but I did get a call. And I'm hoping that it is going to go well. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could work in makeup. But I know, like, my talent isn't there, so it's more like, I mean, I definitely know formulas, but I only know what I like in a formula, you know? So maybe it wouldn't be a good thing to work in, I don't know. I think it's more like that would be like a selfish thing. I want to work in makeup because, like, I would get to see all the newest stuff coming in and that sort of stuff, you know? Okay, now we're going to go into Baskets Full, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to put it on the outer portion here. Bring it in. We're going to take it to the crease too. And we're going to build it up slow. This is a pretty dark color. It's got pigment behind it, for sure. It does blend nice, though. I'll give it that. Like, I didn't have any issues or anything out of it, to be fair. And it definitely gives me the depth that I am looking for, which is nice. Like, it does everything I want it to do, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, there's just something special about this palette. Alright, we're going to go into So Snackable again. Because I don't want to lose any of the shades. But you know, I started I mean, there is something special about this, but I also started asking myself, is it special because it's special? Or because you so wanted Too Faced to do something and they finally did, and that's why it's special. I did start thinking that. Because for a minute, I've heard a lot of people raving on the palette, right? So I was like, okay, I'm not alone. Everybody is seeing what I'm seeing, right? But now that it's been out for a little bit, I've heard the other side of that, right? It's nothing special. The formula is mediocre. And I'm like, well, I don't know about that part of it. I don't think it's mediocre. But price point wise, right? And I'm like, okay, price point wise, I mean, yeah, I guess it's the same, well, almost the same price as like a Natasha Denona palette. I get that. But, I don't know. Like, it has me wondering now, you know? And there for a while I wasn't, because I really didn't see any negative reviews. Everybody was just so happy that it was good. It was their tin packaging again. And that's the way I was. Okay. Now we're going to take this shade Sparkling Cider. Ooh, I love this shade, y'all. This shade and this Smitten shade and Apple of My Eye are like my 3 favorite shades in this palette. This one's probably my number 1 though. Look at that. And the camera does pick up what this is doing. So the other day I did a look with the Tati palette, right? And when I put that glitter on top, like, you could see a effect, but you couldn't see the effect, right? Like, I was trying to explain, like, it's not picking up what I'm seeing. This is picking up what I'm seeing. And when the light hits this, it is just gorgeous. Gorgeous is all I can tell you. Okay? Alright, now we're going to go into Crunch Time, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to put it in the inner corner. I'm using the Tarte Fake Awake in the cream color for the waterline. Okay, now we're going to take that dark shade, that Basket's Full, this one here, and I'm going to line the lower lash line and the top lash line. Like this palette, and it goes light to dark, like I was saying, and it just gives me everything. it gives me the neutral looks. It gives me playful looks. It gives me colorful looks. Like, it just keeps giving and giving and giving. And I love that about it. And every time I create a look, I want to create another look. And that, to me, in my opinion, says a lot. Because we all know how many palettes I have. So if I continuously want to keep grabbing for a particular palette, and I'm trying to make that palette work with everything, because we also know that I love to match my outfits, right? So if I am grabbing for a palette that may or may not match outfits, but I'm trying my darndest to do that, plus give a different look each day, that's saying something. And like, I still haven't itched my itch with this palette, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not even surface level yet. And I've just got the palette, a month ago? And I've used it at least 4 times. Which doesn't seem like a lot, I know. But it is. It really, really is, in my opinion. Considering what I own and what I do. I'm using the Armani mascara. I think this has become my new #1 mascara. I think this took over Lash Clash for what it does. However, my Gucci's still #1 for separating and lengthening. Will I still buy Lash Clash? Yes, because I still like it too. But again, when I'm grabbing, I'm usually probably 7 out of 10 grabbing for this or my Gucci. And you know, I'm looking at this look and I'm like, I mean, the colors aren't something extraordinary. They're not. They're just colors. You know, you can find them in a lot of different palettes, right? But there's still something about the look that is just doing it for me. I don't know what else to say. Although, I guess there is something else I can say. Why they gotta make this limited edition? Because I am starting to think maybe, and that's the other thing, I've never thought this. Not one time have I thought, I might want to buy another one. I've never thought that about a Too Faced palette, okay? I've liked them. I thought they were pretty. I thought they were just as good as formula-wise. Smell, same thing. But I never once thought to myself, this is limited edition. I really like this. I know I'm going to use this. Maybe I ought to get a backup. But I'm thinking that with this palette. Will I? No, I won't. I'll never buy a backup of this. No. Well, I guess I should say no. I shouldn't say no because you never know. But right at this moment in time, I'm thinking, no, I would never do that, right? Okay. But I would say that if this is a limited edition and the Urban Katie is limited edition, and I will say, as far as quality goes, I think this beats Urban Decay's. I do. And I'll be honest, the Urban Decay, it did give me, with like I was saying, attachment, a memory. But at the same time, so is the apple. I mean, think about it. How many people have apple in their kitchen now, or their grandmothers had apples, or their parents had apples? Like, I can go down my line. My grandmother had apples. My mother had apples. I had apples. At some point, so there's still a memory that I'm associating even with this. Although I don't know where you get food to make up, but here we are. I'm just saying. Granted, I'm just saying all over the place because I talk all over the place. But you get my point. Maybe. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But what I will say is, I don't think you would regret this. I really don't. If you purchase this palette, let me know your thoughts on it. I'm dying to know. And the smell. Oh my God. Tell me about the smell. I mean, it just... it smells so good, and it smells like winter. And I know fall, and I know fall's still around the corner. And I'm curious still, man, are they going to do a winter launch, a Christmas launch, or is this it? I mean, I guess this could be it, technically. It wouldn't surprise me none if it was. But then I'm like, man, they really launched that early. But at the same time, I kind of, why not? It's good. Let's get it out there on the market, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really like the way this look turned out. I think it's really, really pretty. There's nothing I can't say anything bad about the palette. The rest of my makeup I think looks really good. Again, these products are, talked about for a reason, like Charlotte Tilbury and I don't even know what else I was talking about. Yeah, it's been a long week. Okay. Anyway, let me end this before you all are really, really bored of me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, click all, check all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch. And that's all I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.